Morty was sleeping comfortably in his bed, snoring away like a little angel. Suddenly, Rick slams the door open and turns the lights on, ripping Morty from his sound sleep like a bandage from a sensitive, hairy leg. "Morty!" he shouts. "Morty, we gotta, get up! Go on an adventure, Morty! Come on, Morty, get up!" Morty groans as he lifts the sheets. "Aw, jeez, Rick! It's 2 o'clock in the morning! Can't you just let me sleep for 5 more minutes?" "No, Morty," Rick responded. "We gotta go on an adventure! Doesn't matter what it is, it's gotta be interesting enough for a short story just to make a creative writing class or something." "Creative writing class?" Morty questioned. "Rick, what are you talking about?" The drunken scientist let out a giant belch before replying. "There's some girl named Brooke who completely ran out of ideas for an assignment in her creative writing class. Now, we gotta go on some sort of adventure that lasts at least 20 paragraphs long, Morty. Come on, Morty, let's go!" Morty sighed, got up, and put his pants and shoes on. Knowing Rick, he knew this was most likely going to be some sort of deadly adventure that will put their lives in mortal danger. Normally, he'd be scared and hesitant to come along, but he's gotten used to the insanity at this point. He just hoped to God, or whatever higher deity Morty believed in, this adventure would be quick so he could get back to sleeping. Rick pulled out his portal gun and shot it at the floor, spawning a lime green portal that swished and gurgled. "Rick?" Morty asked. "Do you know where we're going?" Rick shrugged. "I don't know. I put my portal gun at random. Just jump in, Morty. We have a story arc to be involved in." Before Morty could say anything, his grandpa jumped into the portal, prompting him to do the same. He landed face first into some sidewalk where Rick was there waiting for him. "Come on, Morty, seriously?" he groaned. "Could you be any clumsier?" The young teenager got up, rubbed his face, and looked around him. It appeared as though they was in some sort of modern suburban town with nothing really out of the ordinary. He looked up at Rick. "Wait, why are we here? Isn't this just further in town? I thought this was supposed to be a sci-fi story, Rick." "This is a sci-fi story, idiot," Rick responded in a harsh tone. "We're not in just another part of town, Morty. We're in an alternate universe where everything's the same, except people drive in electric cars. A war has ended. Math is interesting. Saving Private Ryan doesn't make you cry. Villainville's a real show. SpongeBob never went through seasonal rot. Steven Universe's plot moves at a reasonable pace. Everybody gets all the references in the story. And Family Guy is actually funny." "You can't get more sci-fi than that, Morty." Morty was confused, but didn't question anything else. He just sighed and followed his grandfather down the street. This would all end soon enough.
1 hour later.
They ended up walking into a McDonald's, where they noticed a rabid teenager at the counter yelling at the cashier. "Where's my Szechuan sauce?" he screamed. "I need my Szechuan sauce, now!" Rick's eyes widened as if in a trance. The Szechuan sauce was his entire reason for living. Ever since McDonald's discontinued his beloved nugget sauce, Rick has dedicated the rest of his life to find it and bring it back for good. McDonald's claimed to have brought it back recently, but they couldn't fool him. He knew it was that spicy honey mustard that was orange for some reason. Nice try, guys. He turned to his grandson and grabbed him by the shoulders. "That's it, Morty! That's the driving point of the story arc! We gotta get the Szechuan sauce, Morty! We gotta go on some sort of dramatic, emotional conquest to get the Szechuan sauce! I don't care if it takes 100 paragraphs, I gotta get it! Let's go, right now!" Before Morty could say anything, he was told to be quiet as the crazed teenager held up the line. Rick needed whatever information he could get to take his next step. "I need my sauce!" he screamed again before jumping off the counter and letting out an ear-piercing screech and shouting Rick and Morty references. The cashier tried to calm the young man down, but there was no use. The only thing that could be done at this point would be to contact the manager. This gave Rick an idea. Since everyone in the restaurant was focused on this one crazy Rick and Morty fan, he and Morty could easily sneak behind the counter and look for the Szechuan sauce. This was an almost perfect alternate universe, so the possibility of the McDonald's joint having the sauce was pretty reasonable. Rick whispered his plan into Morty's ear, and the two snuck behind the counter via Mission Impossible theme. Once back there, the two dug through all the sauces. The infamous duo looked everywhere, from the fridge to the drawers to keep the patties in, but there was no Szechuan sauce to be found. While looking, Rick decided to pocket all the honey mustard, since honey mustard is the second best nugget sauce in existence. Suddenly, one of the workers noticed Rick take the very last honey mustard packet. They stared into each other's eyes for a whopping 30 seconds before Rick pulled out his freeze ray and froze the employee into a block of solid ice. He grabbed Morty's arm. "We gotta get out of here, Morty, let's go." After Rick steals a handful of chicken McNuggets, the two darted out of the fast food joint. They kept running until Rick spotted a Shoney's where the two hid to catch their breath. Oh, jeez, Rick, Morty said between breaths. I'm not too sure if we should do this anymore. Somebody's gonna call the cops on us or something. What if we end up in jail? Well, so be it, Morty, Rick replied. Our situation could be a lot worse right now. Heard two other guys competed against each other to write the best modernized Hansel and Gretel story, and both of them had really graphic depictions of rape in them. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but at least it got out in the first one. The second one had both kids raped by some guy in a rusty van. Oh wow, that's gross. Who would write that? That's why I don't want you to take creative writing class, Morty. People write a lot of messed up stuff in there, Morty. Trust me, Morty. You don't want to go in there. Teacher lets them write some weird shit, Morty. It's not safe for a kid your age.
Oh, that's terrible.
There are a lot of just really depressing people in that class, Morty. Just a lot of weird people doing weird shit. A lot of rape. A lot of death, a lot of blood, a lot of suffering for eternity. It's not good, Morty. It's terrible, Morty.
Rick!
It's bad.
Rick, why?
It's really bad.
I don't have to hear this,
forget
Rick.
it. I haven't even
Why are you
said
telling me
any of
this?
this.
Rick.
Morty,
that's messed
I don't
up,
even
Rick.
know. I don't even know why I'm telling you this, Morty.
After a few more minutes of improvised rambling that blatantly breaks the fourth wall, they're approached by a strange man in a black trench coat and fedora.
Rick and Morty stopped talking and looked at him. I know you're looking for the Szechuan sauce, he said, and I think I could help you obtain it. Rick cocked up one side of his unibrow. Oh, really? And just how do I know you're not lying to me right now?
The strange man pulled out a professional-looking ID. The name's John Enter, but you could just call me Mr. Enter. People come to me for problems like this all the time, because I possess the power to make any plot move along faster because potatoes. If you let me help you, I could take you to one of the few people who still have the Szechuan sauce in their possession. He can take you to where the sauce still exists, and you can have as much sauce as you can eat for an eternity. What do you say, deal? Rick gave him a very concentrated expression. Deal. Let's go. Without any hesitation, Mr. Enter uses Because Potatoes' powers to create a portal that the three of them walked into. Because Potatoes! On the other side of the portal was a blue studio with a bunch of oddly familiar characters on posters and other merchandise. Suddenly, a man with slick black hair and a surprisingly good jawline steps out of the shadows. It was Butch Hartman, the creator of Danny Phantom and the Fairly Odd Parents. So, I see you've come in search of the Szechuan sauce, haven't you? He asked, giving off a sinister look. Rick, Morty murmured, tugging at Rick's sleeve. Mr. Enter is gone. He just left. Rick looked behind him to see nothing but the office's exit with the words, I still hate Brian Griffin carved into the door. Nobody's gonna get that, he muttered under his breath before turning back at Butch Hartman, who was still staring menacingly. Yeah, Rick finally replied. Morty and I came here all by ourselves to get the sauce. Now where is it? Butch chuckled. Well, Sanchez. Do you think that I'm just gonna hand over my sauce all because you asked for it? Not a chance. You'll have to get through me first. Oh, really? Rick questioned. And why is that? The cartoonist smirked like an anime villain. You know I'm a nice guy, Sanchez, but even nice guys like me don't just give away Szechuan sauce like it's candy. The Szechuan sauce is a rare delicacy now. Only the most powerful people on the planet can possess such a delicious sauce. You understand that, don't you? Rick smiled back. Oh, I'm not here for your sauce, Hartman. I'm here for the sauce. I want to know where the sauce is created so I can get some of my own. It's my whole purpose in life. Butch Hartman loosened back up to his regular jolly self. Oh, well, in that case, I could take you right there. However, we're gonna need to pass through Fairy World first. The only path there goes straight through it. Morty gave a worried look. Is Fairy World dangerous? Of course not, Butch replied. It's from a kid's show. You'll be fine. Just follow me. Morty gave a sigh of relief as the three walked through a pink portal that led to a rainbow bridge. This bridge goes right over Fairy World, Butch said, but there's one catch. You can't say anything vulgar and inappropriate while we're crossing. If you do, you'll fall right through the bridge and into the abyss. I wanted to tell you this because I knew you guys tend to drop a few naughty words every now and then and I wanted you to be safe. Rick was confused. Why have such a specific system like that? Isn't that just adding another weakness? Yeah, Morty seconded. Like, what if you accidentally stub your toe or trip or something and one slips out? Butch sighed. Look, I don't make the rules here. You would think I did, but I don't anymore. The fairies have become sentient, and they said I could keep my life if I didn't tell anybody. There was an awkward pause for a few seconds.
2 hours later.
Anyways, just follow me. I know you guys will be fine. The three guys walked across the bridge as Rick and Butch discussed a bunch of complicated Szechuan sauce stuff that Morty couldn't understand. They were almost to the other side of the bridge when tragedy struck. "Here it is," Butch said with a smile on his face. "The Szechuan sauce get in place." Rick looked through the portal, still standing on the bridge. He let out a loud, "Hell yeah, though, that's the kind of shit I'm talking." He was interrupted by falling through the bridge like liquid. Morty and Butch looked below the bridge as Rick fell to what they assumed was his doom. They looked at each other and exchanged horrified expressions. "Well," Butch said, "I guess you should have thought before swearing on my Christian Minecraft server." Morty had no idea what to do next. Should he jump in after Rick? Should he go and get the Szechuan sauce for himself? Should he just give up on everything and watch Family Guy reruns? He had to make a decision fast before the situation gets really awkward due to him just standing there giving Butch Hartman a horrified 1,000-yard stare.
But before any decisions were made, I decided to end the video because I'm tired. It is 10 o'clock at night. This took way longer to make than I expected. And was it worth it? No. No, it wasn't. It wasn't worth it at all. So, just here's the ending I was gonna give it. Here you go. Wait, Rick, we can't just end the story here. There's no satisfying conclusion or anything. We can't just end it. And we have to have some sort of conflict, some sort of conclusion. We can't just end it.
Morty, listen,
Rick.
listen. It's okay. It's okay, Morty. This is just a heaping pile. This is a heaping mess anyway. We should just went on the poem. Brooke should have just done the poem.
But Rick,
Just shake that ass, bitches. Let me see what you got. Just shake that ass. That's the end. That's the end of the assignment.
But Rick,
That's the end. It's over now. It's over now. You can grade it now. It's the end. It's the end of the assignment. Whoa! That's the end of the assignment. There's your face. I'm a dum-dum. I'm Pickle Rick. Whoa! That's the end. In your face. Insert school appropriate words here. Whoa!
Rick!
Roll credits! Play that SpongeBob time card we never used! Go! Now!